Hello, my name is Patricia Holmes. This is part 2 of chapter 4. Okay, so where we left off is we animated our icons in the middle of the stage to all end at the same time, but we put some gap between them. And you can get creative with that and do put as much gap as you want in between them like that. But they just need to end at the same time. Now what we're going to work on is we're going to work on animating this hand hitting these icons tumbling down. So per the author's instructions, click on frame 90. Now, if you can't see all these frames like I see them, make sure you come over here to this slider to condense or expand. So click on frame 90, hold the shift key down, click the bottom, go into insert timeline frame. There, we just expanded it. Per the author's instructions, we are going to come over here to frame 40. And what we want to do is we want to go and insert timeline, a keyframe. And then what we are going to do is we are going to add a motion tween. So create motion tween. Next, we're going to move our playhead to frame 55. And you can see 55 is right there. Then we are going to take our move tool and move this hand right about there. Whatever you want. You can line it up to the top here. That looks good. Okay, next, then what we're going to do is we are going to click on the very next frame, 56, and we are going to, let's see here, we're going to add a, nope, we're not going to add anything. We're going to right click. Yeah, I knew we were going to add something. I think the author has a typo, but anyway, go ahead and insert keyframe. Insert timeline keyframe. Boom. Then we're going to right click on frame 56 and we're going to hit split motion. Now, we just split the motion here between this section and this section. Now, on this right section of the animation, I want you to right click again. Click on that 56, right click and hit remove motion. Very good. Okay, you can stop and replay that portion of the video if you want. So this is done. So we are done with this. Now, one of the things the author is wanting us to do is in this short animation, customize it. So double click this. You're going to see the great fascinating details. And all we are going to do on here is we're going to click this add ease, choose simple. I clicked that arrow, choose fast under simple. And right here under the easing, see where it says 50 easing? The author is asking us to change it to -60. Hit return. Now what that's going to do is it's going to start out, first of all, let me just get out of this area. So double click the timeline right here. There you go. It's going to start out slow and then it's going to pick up a little bit. So let's hit return. Boom. See that it sped up there at the very end. Boom. Okay, good. Now we're done with that. Now we're going to do one more thing on this video, and remember there's going to be another tutorial after this to finish up the chapter, but let's do this one thing. What we want to do next is we want to move these icons down here. But before we do that, we need to understand what just happened here. The hand came right here, and right at 55 it made contact with all of this. So what we want to do is we want to click on 55 of these icons and we want to select it. So you can drag and select it if you want. That's not really working. That's okay. Click on each one, right click, hit split motion. Good. Click on each one, right click, hit split motion. One more. Excellent. And now what we are going to do is we are going to come down here to the very end. And we're simply going to move these icons off the stage. So click on the American one. First of all, make sure you have the arrow tool selected. So click on the American one, drag it down to the off stage right down here. And the author's asking if you want, you can do this, use the free transform to twist it around. That gives it a little bit more of an animation. Do the same thing for the other two. Click on the Euro layer on frame 90, drag the, oops, click Control Z. I didn't have, click on the Euro icon, very good. Drag it off stage. Use the free transform to twist it around a little bit. It'll give it some animation. And then finally, click on this yen icon, same thing, off stage, twist it. Now let's see what we have. Hit return or enter. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to stop here to keep my video short, and please play the next tutorial. We'll wrap up this chapter. Thanks for listening.